Hey Strike Eagle fans, Notso is back with you for part 3 of my weapons attack series. Today we're going to do something a little spicy. We're going to do a night low-level strike against a SA-3 site protected by a bunch of S-60s and a KS-19, doing a 10-degree LAT, which is a low altitude toss with Mark 84s. So go ahead and jump into the jet. I just wanted to give you an overview of what the site looks like before we do that. All right, so we'll see you in the jet. Okay, guys, we're now in the jet, and I wanted to just quickly run through the cards. So like we talked about, we're going to do Mark 84 10-degree LAT. This says echelon for a 2-ship. Obviously, we're going to do a single ship. So we'll use the leads attack lines here. So just like the other cards, the primary stuff I want to look at is the action point and the pull down. This is going to be an auto delivery, so I wanted to emphasize that this is not a CDIP, but it's going to actually be an auto release. So we're going to run in low level at 540 knots at 6.5 miles from the target. We're going to action 25 degrees left, pull up to 15 degrees, nose high, hold that until we get to 3,100 feet height above target, and then we'll pull down at about 3,800 feet. So it's not a very long climb before we start pulling down. And then the key here, since it's an auto release, we're going to track 10 degrees nose low. And then for the release, we're looking for an insert range. Insert means I'm going to pickle and start pulling the nose up the ASL. So 15,000 feet slant range equates to about 2.6 nautical miles. And what that is this is going to be a toss. So that's what the LAT means. That's a low altitude toss to get some standoff distance with the bombs. And that brings me to another good point is why would I do a LAT versus like a CDIP attack or loft or whatever? In this case, a LAT is going to give you a couple options. If, let's say your designation wasn't all that good or you had some ambiguity on where the target was, this would allow you to get up away from the ground to potentially visually acquire the target. And then you could redesignate with the HUD pipper if necessary. And then the LAT gives you some standoff range against the SHORADs. Whereas a CDIP, you're going to get in very, very close to the threat. So the LAT is kind of a good compromise between a loft where you're not going to get a lot of chance to redesignate visually if you don't exactly know where the target is, and this also gives you some standoff. So that's the reason we're going to do it. So again, we're going to action at 6.5, 25 left, pull up 15 degrees, pull down at 3,100 feet hat. Expect apex somewhere around 38. Follow the ASL down. Pickle and pull at 2.6 and then continue to pull up the ASL, then you'll get the auto release line will come down. Once the weapons are gone, you're going to do a right 135 degree slice to get back down into the low level structure and get away from the threats and basically run back out the same direction that you came because we're not doing a target designation. Okay, we'll take a quick peek at the packs and the aircraft setup, and then we'll run the attack. So you can see here I've got the packs now mirrors the weapons card, 4 Mark 84s, 240 foot spacing, doing an auto release this time with bomb and target center. You can see that I've got the target designated, so I did a mapping leg. So I exposed myself briefly at a little bit higher from low altitude, and I designated the low blow, which is the far radar. The short one probably is the Firecan based on what we saw on the map. So we'll go ahead and get the attack running. Okay, so we're diving down for the out of the mapping altitude back down to low level to start going target direct. Okay, we're a mile and a half out from the action point. Remember, we're going to action at 6.5, check 25 left. And ready, turn. Good 4G, turn here, 25 left. Roll wings level up 10 degrees. And then we're going to hold that to about 3,100 feet. Looking out for threats, looking for the target, see if we can visually acquire it. Again, monitoring our altitude, there's 3,100 feet. Now I'm pulling down to pick up the diamond and ASL. I want to pretty much be about 10 degrees nose low as I get into my insert range inside of 3 miles, about 2.6. There's my threat, so pulling up the ASL. There's my dive toss, so about 5 degrees nose high, the bombs come off. 135 degree slice to get back down to low altitude. Again, try not to hit the terrain and looking out for any kind of threats. And there's my weapons effects. Continuing to use terrain masking to get away. Looks like a bunch of bad guys died, which I'm very happy with. And continuing to egress out of the target area. Try not to spend too much time admiring our handiwork, and we're going to see a beautiful Argentinian twilight moonscape. All right, that's it, guys. That's Notso's out. That's Notso's 10-degree LAT weapons attack, and looks like we killed a bunch of stuff in the target area, which is a good thing. All right, that's Notso for part 3 of the weapon series. We'll continue this, and I will see you guys later. Notso out.